I'm bored. So I attempted to push forward with getting unlimited resources. But okay, I'm just going to come out and say it. I don't know what happened. I blinked and I ran out of time for the week. I'm like, what the fuck? But anyway, after last week, I made a list of things to do. Wanna guess how many things I got ticked off that list? One. Just one. Maybe 1.5. Like, I extended the power hut. So now the condenser is inside and shouldn't be blown up by a creeper. Making the extension was pretty basic. I just copied the hut design and mirrored it with it, kind of like copy and rotate on spot. So it's just everything but the last line, the last bit of wall is copied. Apart from the window panes, I can't be asked. Like, window panes can't be condensed, so I would just have 13 window panes just hanging out and being absolutely useless. Just such a pain in the arse. I did knock down the additional back wall of the hut as well, which it gave a lot more space. And in addition, I found I had a generator in the shed. Not in the shed, sorry, in my storage base. So, doubled the output, I hope. Yes, I have plenty of space in that shed now for a lot more generators. And those generators will be getting more stuff done to them soon. I hope. Oh man, I'm scared I wouldn't run out of energy. But that's not today's issue. That's another issue for next time I can be bothered doing it. So I hear what you're saying. The reason for this is simple. The generator that's being suggested was just one quarry and compressor, not to mention the couple jet and engines that are running off it. But the reason why I put the second generator in now and not later is a simple reason. I hooked up 2 more compressors to the grid, so you can see the power being stretched a fair bit. So why is this half a tick? Why is sorting out putting more generators in half a tick and not a full tick? It's kind of simple. The issue isn't sorted. If I add any more machines to it, I don't think the 2 generators would do any good. We have so much coal going into the condenser that we could easily charge multiple generators with it. In my perfect world, we would have no additional coal. The condenser that we use to fill up or deal with the spare coal wouldn't be there. All the coal would perfectly fit into all the generators. But that's going to take a pretty long time to do, so we're not going to do that for now. So that half tick will remain a tick until I'm sure that we have enough power being generated for us to not have to worry about adding more power for a while. But that might take a while. Oh, and at some point a creeper did actually blow up between the power hut and the entrance to the quarry. This made me realize something. That I had to get some special torches because the explosion was kind of in the middle and I almost took out the compressor upstairs. The compressor, and by upstairs I mean the one next to the generators. The generators are not safe because I may have forgotten to put a door on it and never came off the door. I just put the machines in there and let it go. So yeah, we need to make this entire place safer. So to start with, we're going to be doing some crafting to get some interdiction torches. So these torches repel mobs, which, if you didn't know, mobs are the main cause of death to villagers when players aren't around. And if we can keep all creepers away from the power hut, we never have to worry about the power hut being compromised. So, I built one, and then I put it in the condensing chest that takes the spare coal. Wow, these things are expensive. And we just got 2. Well, see, I guess I'm just going to have to light up the power hut and the quarry hut for now. I put it on opposing walls, so it should kind of protect the entire thing. Anyway, I think it's time we get this infinite loop started. So, I went down to the quarry and I made an infinite loop that was closer to the diagram. It was significantly better than the previous version in my opinion because it's automated. I don't need to touch it. See, for me personally, one of the biggest issues with, the method before was I had to babysit it. I had to make sure that it was functional. With this version, I just have to be in the chunk and it will make me tons of free EMC for me to shove into the condensers to make whatever the goose I want. This version is significantly better. It's not perfect, don't get me wrong, but it is very nearly perfect. It's very accurate to the diagram, apart from the fact we don't have, well, it is very close to the diagram, apart from the fact that the condenser we use to make our stuff is technically in a different loop. In the original diagram, as you may remember, the condenser for condenser A, which fuels the compressor, takes half of the output of the compressor, whereas in compressor B, which fuels our needs, will take every other plate. Whereas in this one, we have 2 compressors going to one. We have 2 compressors going to one condenser, with the condenser sending everything. We have two compressors going to one condenser, with a single condenser feeding into both compressors and overflowing into the loop to make coal. Then then those plates will go into the coal condenser, make coal, fill up our generators, and then it'll go into the chest for our needs. It's not perfect. I will probably change it further down the line because this version of the coal generation means that for us to make anything using this condenser B in this situation, we will have to make sure the generators are being overfed, so we have EMC. I don't like that. I want to make the EMC loop, or the co-generator loop, as close to perfect as possible, and in my mind perfection is having no spare coal. All energy goes straight to the generators, and we don't need a condenser at the other end to remove what we've made too much of. But that's an issue for significantly later. But one of the major issues I have with this loop is that it reminds me of a simple fact that I always forget. I should never play Tekkit when I'm sleep deprived, because look at the pipes, they make no sense. This is making too much of coal anyway, which is fine. This is fine. It makes no fucking sense. I hate this so much. I hate this so much. I hate this so much. Anyway, I realised that I needed a wrench to move all the machines without losing them, or whatever happens when I break one of these machines with a pickaxe. Oh, I need bronze. Oh fuck. How do I do this? So I need tin and copper dust. Is that pulverized? It's some kind of shit. How do I get this? I need a macerator. How do I make one of them? Oh, it's pretty simple. I just need some flint. Well, let's do some. I should have some in the chest. Well, I got no flint. Time to get some, I guess. So after looking for some gravel, because I can turn it into flint, I found some. It didn't take too long. I found the gravel, but it took a while to get the gravel to be flint. After trying over and over and over again, I finally got the flint. So I ran back to the base, I built the macerator, and now I have to place it. Where should I put it? I may as well just put it above the compressor in the power room. It's time to make bronze. I got the bronze, I made the wrench, but I couldn't figure out how to get it to mess with the iron pipes. I need this to get the lead plates to the coal condenser, but I was worried about if I just put a normal cobblestone pipe in, the quarry loop will start clogging up the infinite loop, and some of the shit from the EMC loop will then go into chests, and it's so tedious. Long story short, I couldn't get it to work. I couldn't figure it out. I don't know if it's just because I was sleep deprived or what. It didn't work. But I was fading in and out of consciousness. I will not lie. So I just played with the diamond pipe. I made sure the plates would go in on the side from the EMC, so nothing else could go through it. And then I guaranteed that the only thing, then after that I guaranteed that the lead plates will only go up to the coal condenser. And I'm gonna be honest, pipes are not fun to deal with when you're sleep deprived. So I got that all sorted. I saw all the items being sent to the coal condenser. And I know I could have just made another pipe going into the condenser, but at the moment I'm really wanting to make a full array of those connectors so I can have even more EMC going into it. Because though EMC should never be an issue anymore with the infinite loop, I don't want to risk it. Having multiple fallbacks means that when the quarry stops, I have time to find a new one and set up the new piping system. If I ever want to start using the infinite EMC loop to make my own stuff or make something else that's important for another project, I can rely on the quarry and the EMC connectors to do it for me. I overplan, I'm sorry. But I'm going to be honest, at this point in this session, I was fading in and out of existence. So we'll do it next time. Playing Tekkit and trying to do this on like 40 minutes of sleep, not easy. Do I have an unhealthy lifestyle?